Get ready because we're about to explore the ancient wonders of Peru.
Oh, Peru.
We're doing a deep dive today into this luxury 5-day Cusco package.
Nice.
It blends history and breathtaking landscapes.
I like the sound of that already.
And get this, cutting-edge AI assistance.
Really? So it's like ancient history meets the future of travel. That's a pretty fascinating combination.
It really is. You're listening to the deep dive, and today we're using a detailed itinerary from ClickGeo.
ClickG?
Yeah, it's a travel company.
Okay.
That specializes in these immersive, tech-infused travel experiences.
So you're saying they're blending like authentic experiences with high-tech assistance?
Exactly. They combine the best of both worlds.
I mean, have you ever thought about how technology could actually, change how we experience historical sites?
Yeah, it's interesting to think about how those two things can work together. But okay, let's jump right into this itinerary. Day 1 starts with, VIP treatment right off the bat.
I don't like it.
You land in Cusco, and a private driver takes you directly to your luxury hotel. No waiting, no hassle, just pure comfort.
That's the way to start a trip, right? Just get straight to the good stuff.
And then it's time to explore Cusco, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was the former capital of the Inca Empire, and you can really feel that blend of Inca and Spanish colonial history everywhere you go.
Right, like you see these layers of history built one on top of the other. It must be an incredible city to just walk around and experience.
Totally. The tour takes you to all the big spots, like the Cusco Cathedral, which is just stunning. It's a perfect example of Spanish colonial architecture. And get this, it was built right on top of an Inca palace.
Wow, that's incredible. So you're literally walking on top of history.
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
What else? Then there's Coricancha. This was once the most important religious site in the entire Inca Empire, the Temple of the Sun.
Well, I've heard of this place. I've seen pictures. It's beautiful.
It's incredible, and it's said to have been covered in gold.
Really? All gold?
Yeah, and you can still see traces of it today. Can you just imagine the ceremonies that took place there under the watchful eyes of the Inca priests?
Yeah, it must have been a really powerful place, like a center of their spiritual world.
Yeah, absolutely. And then get ready to be amazed by Sacsayhuamán.
What?
Sacsayhuamán. It's a fortress made of these massive stone walls. I'm talking huge.
Okay.
Some of these stones weigh over 100 tons, and they were fitted together so precisely without any mortar.
Wait, how did they do that? I mean, we could barely move stones that big today with all our modern technology.
I know, right? It's still a mystery that archaeologists are trying to solve.
So are there any theories? Like, how do they do it?
There are tons of theories.
Okay.
Some involving ramps and levers and a workforce that was just incredibly skilled.
I mean, it really makes you appreciate the ingenuity of the Inca people.
For sure. And that's not all. You also visit Cunco, which has these underground chambers and carvings. They think it was used for religious rituals.
Oh, wow. So each site offers a different perspective on the Inca civilization.
Exactly. And then there's Pambomache, the water temple.
A water temple, interesting.
It shows just how good the Incas were at water engineering. They built this system of aqueducts and fountains, and they still work.
Seriously? Still flowing after all these centuries?
I know, pretty impressive, right? And it's likely they used it for ceremonial bathing, like honoring the water deities.
That makes sense. Water was sacred to a lot of ancient cultures.
Definitely. And lastly, you get to see Pucara, the Red Fortress, which was like a military outpost.
So you get a taste of everything: religion, engineering, military. It's like a crash course in Inca civilization.
Exactly. And here's what's really interesting. Throughout the whole day, you have this AI companion, Agent Sophia, with you.
Hold on. An AI companion? Like a little robot that follows you around?
No, not a robot. Think of it more like a really advanced app on your phone or tablet. Agent Sophia uses GPS and this thing called geofencing technology to know where you are, and then it gives you real-time info, like historical tidbits and safety tips, right in your ear.
So it's kind of like a personal guide whispering in your ear. That's cool.
Yeah. So if you're standing in front of Sacsayhuamán, Agent Sophia might chime in and tell you about the different theories about how it was built, maybe point out details you wouldn't even notice on your own.
It's like having a personal expert by your side the whole time. That would definitely enhance the experience, especially for history buffs like myself.
Totally. It's a great blend of technology and human experience.
Now, after a full day exploring Cusco, day 2 takes you out of the city and into the Sacred Valley.
Yeah, it's a total change of scenery from the city to this breathtaking natural beauty. Think rolling green hills, snow-capped mountains in the distance, the Urubamba River, just beautiful.
Oh, wow. The Sacred Valley is like the heartland of the Inca Empire, right?
Yeah, it was their breadbasket. They grew all sorts of crops there thanks to the fertile land and climate. You can still see the remnants of their agricultural genius in the terraces all over the hillsides.
Those terraces are incredible. It's amazing how they were able to transform the landscape like that.
Our first stop is the Pisac viewpoint, and I'm talking panoramic views that are just breathtaking. Imagine standing there, looking out over this vast valley. It must just give you this amazing feeling of the weight of history all around you.
Wow, I can only imagine. What's next?
Then we get up close and personal with that history with a visit to the Pisac archaeological site.
Okay.
These terraces, carved into the steep mountain slopes, are just like a testament to the Incas' mastery of engineering and agriculture. Like mind-boggling to think they created these things centuries ago.
And they were able to create microclimates within those terraces, right? To grow a wider variety of crops.
Yeah, like their own ancient agricultural laboratory.
Impressive. So after all that exploring, did we get to eat?
Of course. You get to enjoy a delicious gourmet Inca buffet lunch in Urubamba. It's this charming town in the heart of the Sacred Valley.
Okay.
And a chance to savor the flavors of the region and experience that Peruvian hospitality.
I'm always up for trying new food.
Yeah.
What kind of dishes are we talking about here?
Well, traditional Peruvian food is known for being super diverse and having bold flavors. So you might find things like quinoa, corn, potatoes, alpaca meat, all kinds of spices.
Okay, I'm getting hungry already. So after lunch, where do we go?
We continue our Sacred Valley journey with a visit to Ollantaytambo, which is another really impressive Inca site.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's unique because it's one of the few places where the Incas actually defeated the Spanish conquistadors.
Really?
Yeah. The site is dominated by this huge fortress on a hillside overlooking the valley.
So it's strategic.
Very strategic. But it wasn't just a fortress, it was a whole city. Temples, storehouses, living areas, all kinds of stuff. And you can still see the amazing stonework in the terraces.
It's fascinating how they blended military might with, urban planning.
Totally. And from Ollantaytambo, we take a scenic train ride to Aguascalientes.
Aguascalientes, okay.
That's the town at the foot of Machu Picchu.
Oh, wow. So this is it. The gateway to Machu Picchu. The anticipation must start building at this point.
For sure. And the train ride itself is incredible. You follow the Urubamba River through lush valleys, traditional villages, and you can even see snow-capped peaks in the distance.
That sounds like the perfect way to unwind and soak in all that beauty.
Right. And when you arrive in Aguascalientes, a Click Joe representative will be there to make sure you get to your hotel smoothly. No need to worry about finding your way around a new town after a long journey.
That's good. I hate having to figure all that stuff out when I'm tired from traveling.
Right. And then, in the evening, there's something special.
What's that?
You have a briefing with your guide. A local expert will get you ready for the next day's adventure. Your visit to Machu Picchu.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So they really set the stage for the main event.
They do. Okay, so that was day 2. We started with those amazing views at the Pisac viewpoint, explored the terraces, had a delicious lunch in Urubamba, delved into the history of Ollantaytambo, and ended with that train ride to Aguascalientes.
And now we're all set for Machu Picchu on day 3. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Okay, so welcome back to our Cusco adventure. In part 1, we explored this incredible itinerary from the heart of Cusco to the breathtaking Sacred Valley.
It sounds amazing.
It is. But now I want to dig a little deeper into the tech side of things, starting with Agent Sophia, your AI travel companion.
Right, the AI guide.
Yeah. It's supposed to give you these personalized insights and even a sense of security as you're traveling.
So it's like having a personal guide, but in digital form.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. But, how does it actually work? Does it just, bombard you with facts and figures?
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feel like I'm being lectured to the whole time. I want to be able to enjoy the experience.
So tell me more about it. How does it work?
Well, from what I understand, Agent Sophia integrates with your smartphone or tablet.
Okay.
And it gives you info and assistance, but in a way that feels pretty natural. Like you don't even realize it's happening.
Okay, so it's not intrusive. That's good.
Yeah.
But can you give me an example? Let's say I'm at Coricancha, the Temple of the Sun.
Okay, yeah.
What kind of stuff would Agent Sophia tell me?
Well, As you're approaching the temple, Agent Sophia might give you some background information about its history.
Okay.
Like how it was the most important religious site in the Inca Empire.
Right.
It might even describe the stonework,
Yeah.
the remnants of gold plating, or even share a cool legend about the Inca priests who did ceremonies there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So it's like bringing the past to life, like having a storyteller right there with you.
Yeah. I think it would really enhance the experience, especially for someone who's really into history.
Totally. What else?
Well, as you're walking around the temple, Agent Sophia might point out details that you wouldn't normally notice.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe the astronomical alignments of the buildings or the symbolism in the carvings.
That's amazing. It's like having a guide who knows every little secret of the place.
Exactly. But it's not all about history. It can also give you practical info.
Okay, like what?
Like the best time to visit a site to avoid the crowds or recommend restaurants.
Ooh, good to know.
Even translate signs or menus if you need it.
That's super helpful, especially if you don't speak the language.
Right. It just takes the stress out of traveling.
Totally. So we've talked about the history and the practical stuff, but what about safety? You mentioned that before.
Yeah. Agent Sophia has GPS tracking and geofencing technology.
Okay, now those sound a little more technical. Can you break it down for me?
Sure. So GPS tracking just means that ClickGeo can keep tabs on your location throughout the whole trip,
Okay,
just to make sure you're safe. And if you need help, they can find you.
that makes sense.
And then geofencing creates these virtual boundaries around certain areas.
Okay.
So let's say you're walking through Cusco and you accidentally wander off the main path. Agent Sophia would know because of the GPS and geofencing. And it would send you a little notification like, hey, maybe you should take a different route.
So it's like a little guardian angel looking out for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, especially if you're traveling alone.
Yeah, I like that it's there if you need it, but it doesn't feel intrusive.
I know, right?
And Agent Sophia also works with navigation apps like Waze and Google Maps, so it gives you personalized route whether you're walking or driving.
That's awesome. No more getting lost in a new city.
Right. It just makes things so much easier.
But hold on a second. Doesn't relying on this AI companion, take away from the adventure of travel? Those unexpected discoveries that make a trip so memorable.
That's a good point, but I think of it more as a tool to enhance those discoveries, not replace them.
Okay, yeah.
Like, it can point you in the right direction, but you're still the one choosing where to go and what to do.
It's like having a knowledgeable friend giving you suggestions, but you're still free to explore on your own.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the AI assistants, but what about the other luxurious aspects of this package? Like, where do we actually stay?
Oh, the accommodations are amazing. Think, beautifully restored colonial mansions in Cusco.
Ooh, I love those.
Private balconies with views of the Andes Mountains.
Sounds incredible.
Or imagine a peaceful lodge in the Sacred Valley.
Okay.
Lush gardens, birds singing, and views of the ancient Inca terraces.
Sign me up. It sounds like the perfect blend of luxury and connection to nature and history.
Right. It's all about those little details that make you feel pampered.
I can definitely get used to that.
Yeah.
And what about the guides? Do we get to interact with local experts?
Of course. Expert local guides will be with you every step of the way.
That's awesome. Because I think it makes a huge difference to have someone who can explain the history and significance of these places.
Totally. They're passionate about sharing their knowledge and culture. They'll give you insights that you won't find in any guidebook, tell you stories and anecdotes.
It's like having a window into the heart of the Inca civilization.
Exactly. And, ClickG is known for having really good logistics.
Okay.
So they take care of all the transfers, the meals, the accommodations. You don't have to worry about any of that.
So you can just relax and enjoy the experience.
Exactly. What I find interesting about this package is that it seems to appeal to so many different kinds of travelers.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's got something for everyone.
Like the history buff, the tech enthusiast, the luxury traveler.
Exactly.
It's rare to find something that ticks all the boxes.
Totally.
But, beyond the fancy stuff and the tech, what matters most is how this journey impacts you as a traveler.
That's true. The personal experience is what makes it truly special.
Before we go to part 3 and really delve into the impact of travel, I just want to say one thing. While this itinerary is super well planned, every detail thought out, the real magic of travel lies in the unscripted moments.
Totally. The unexpected stuff, the conversations with locals, those are the things you remember.
Exactly. And no amount of technology or luxury can replace that human element.
Those are the things that make a trip unforgettable.
Ah.
So, as we wrap up part 2, let's keep that in mind. The itinerary, the tech, the luxury, it's all there to enhance the journey. But the real adventure comes from within.
I love that. The connections you make, the emotions you feel, those are the things that make a trip truly transformative. Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll go even deeper into the heart of this Cusco adventure. Welcome back to the final part of our Cusco deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground.
We have the itinerary, the AI tech, all that luxury.
Right. But now let's shift our focus to you, the traveler.
Yeah, because ultimately it's about the personal experience, right?
Absolutely. And what fascinates me about this kind of trip is how many different kinds of travelers it could appeal to.
I know. It's like this perfect blend for history buffs, tech enthusiasts, and luxury seekers, all in one trip.
Right. Imagine the person who's always wanted to explore the Inca Empire. This trip takes it to a whole new level with Agent Sophia. Giving them historical insights at every turn.
I could see it now. They're at Sacsayhuamán, marveling at those massive stones.
Right. And Agent Sophia chimes in with all these theories about how it was built, pointing out things they might have missed.
Exactly. It's like having a personal historian right there with you.
Totally. And then you've got the tech-savvy traveler who loves all the latest gadgets. For them, Agent Sophia is like the ultimate travel buddy.
Yeah, taking care of navigation, translating signs, even keeping them safe.
And let's not forget the traveler who just wants to relax and enjoy the experience. All those luxury accommodations, seamless transfers, it just makes everything so easy and stress-free.
It's like having a personal concierge taking care of all the details.
Exactly. You can just focus on soaking it all in.
It really does seem like they've thought of everything.
They have. But beyond all the amenities and the technology, what truly matters is how this journey impacts you.
Right. Travel can be so transformative.
It is. It opens your mind to new cultures, challenges your perspective.
And it leaves you with these incredible memories.
Memories that stay with you long after you've come home, shaping who you are.
Imagine you're standing amidst the ruins of Machu Picchu.
Wow.
This lost city, hidden for centuries.
Yeah.
It's just a testament to the ingenuity of the Inca people. And you're surrounded by these breathtaking Andean peaks. You can practically feel history all around you.
Those are the moments that matter, the ones that give you chills.
Exactly. They change how you see the world, and maybe even how you see yourself.
And that's what this package does so well. It combines history, nature, and technology to create an experience that's truly unforgettable.
Yeah. You're exploring the Sacred Valley, walking through the same fields where the Incas once farmed.
Right. Seeing their irrigation systems, feeling the energy of these ancient sites.
And then there's the Mara salt mines.
Oh, those are incredible.
Thousands of salt pans carved into the mountainside.
It's like something out of a dream.
It is. And it makes you think about the traditions that have been passed down for centuries.
It's about connecting with the past, but also understanding the present.
And maybe even getting a glimpse of the future.
Travel isn't just about checking things off a list. It's about personal growth.
It's an investment in yourself.
So as you think about this Cusco trip, ask yourself, what do you hope to gain from it?
What stories will you bring back? How will it change you?
Travel can spark a passion for exploration, a thirst for knowledge.
And a deeper appreciation for the world around us.
Those are the things that truly matter.
So we've reached the end of our Cusco deep dive.
We've covered a lot of ground.
From the ancient Incas to cutting-edge AI.
From luxury accommodations to the transformative power of travel.
Ultimately, the decision is yours.
But whether you book this specific trip or not, we hope this has inspired you to seek out your own adventures.
Travel's a gift.
Embrace the journey, stay curious, and most importantly, have fun.
Safe travels, everyone.